So, this is a really fun edition of Grill the Grid Walk Host, where we're taking Grill the Grid from the F1 YouTube segment and doing our own little spin on it and having a little bit of fun of quizzing each other about some lovely F1 trivia. And these are some of my favorite pieces of content that F1 pulls out, or creates. And I think it's just a lot of fun, and I love some trivia. So, I am subjecting Briana today to the Name 2 Drivers Challenge that the drivers have done recently. So I have a bunch of prompts where she will have to name 2 drivers that apply to those prompts. But she only has 90 seconds to get through as many of them as she can. I also want to preface that a lot of the drivers had to pass. So if they did not know the answer to one of these prompts, they said skip, pass, and then went directly to the next one because, again, 90 seconds, not a lot of time. And a lot of them couldn't really answer them. It's time and pressure. It's a lot. So, and a lot of these are pretty difficult.
Yeah, the last time we played this game, it was when the drivers did the 5-second challenge, and then you had me go through the 5-second challenge. I was shocked at how well I did. This is likely to not go that way. But I think it's also important to note that I haven't watched the video at all. So we don't, because we like to play Grill the Grid Walk Host, we don't watch the Grill the Grid until the other person gives them approval that we're allowed to. But that leads me to my one question. Are you giving me all questions that they got, or are you sprinkling in some of your own at any point?
So there are so many from the video that I did not need to create my own.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wanted to know who to be mad at, the F1 content creators or you.
As soon as I started watching this video, when they got to the second topic, I thought, oh, I'm going to come up with some great ones. And as I kept going, it's not my lack of faith in you. It's just, wow, I got a really solid list here that I think will be pretty difficult. So I don't even think we would get to my creative option. So we'll just have to come back to that at a later time in the podcast.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. So
too competitive. Okay.
And I promise you we're already going to definitely do better than some of the drivers. I just believe in you that way. So I have a list of every prompt that they went through. I don't know if we'll get through all of them. Briana only has 90 seconds. Do you want like a 15-second warning? Do you want like 10-second warning left? Just we're going to go through
We're
it.
We're just going to go through it. If you're watching on YouTube, there'll be a timer up on the screen. If not, and there will also be some music behind this so you can like listen to it fade out.
There we go. Okay. So reminder, for every prompt, you have to name 2 F1 drivers. They don't need to be current F1 drivers. They are just F1 drivers in history. Mm-hmm. And if you want to pass, you can pass. We're not going to return. So once it's gone, it is gone.
Okay.
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 All right. I'm going to start the timer and we will have our first prompt. 2 drivers that have won a race for McLaren.
No, he hasn't. Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso.
Correct. To have won the Drivers' Championship with Ferrari. Or have won the championship with Ferrari, not the Drivers' Championship.
Schumacher, Raikkonen.
There you go. Have raced with the number 0.
Pass.
Have started from pole in Bahrain.
Max Verstappen, Checo Perez?
Mm-mm.
Checo, Charles.
Yes. Okay. Had a world championship driver father.
No. Nelson Piquet. Piquet Jr. and Mick Schumacher.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Had a team named after them.
Braun didn't drive, I don't think. I don't know if Braun wasn't a driver. Pass. I'm not going to get that back.
Yeah, that was a hard one. Raced for 2 different teams in the same season.
Alex Albon, Pierre Gasly.
There you go. Won a race in their rookie F1 season.
Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen?
Nope.
No, that was his rookie Red Bull season, not his. Sebastian Vettel?
Yes.
Okay.
Voiced an animated character.
Nick DeVries, Lewis Hamilton.
There you go. Race for...
Does Nick DeVries count? Sorry. Timer's up. Sorry, I should have let you ask the last question. I just. If it wasn't Nick DeVries, I know Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel were both in cars.
So
My brain was like McLaren, the McLaren animated show that Lewis and Nick DeVries were in together, and I don't know why that's where my brain went.
So I'm trying to remember which driver it was for some reason. It's either, oh my gosh, I'm going to try and channel really hard if it was Kevin Magnussen or Lance Stroll or someone correct me in the comments. But there is a driver that said Lewis Hamilton, Nick DeVries, and there was like in the Toon cartoon, which is technically not an answer, but I will accept it as an answer because I totally think it counts because it does not specify that it needs to be in like a larger franchise.
Checo Perez, by the way, was also in that. If you just like want to watch a good time.
Yes. Yeah, there was a couple a couple of really solid answers to that one, but you did great. You had like a really solid like I know, it was super stressful. I was most excited to see if you were going to name drivers that race for two different teams in the same season because so many drivers struggled with that answer and it's like almost awkward because they were like
Yeah,
Logan
what
was
with
like,
the
wait, what do you
drivers?
mean? Like, I didn't know in the same season? Like, wow, Alex Albon? I don't know. And then it was like the awkward, like,
Did Alex and Pierre get it? Like, did they say themselves?
oh gosh, now I'm trying to remember what Alex's answer was. Pierre did get it. I can't now remember. Because
Yeah.
now that you've done this challenge, you can watch it and see the beautiful
Yeah.
editing mashup that they did. It is one of my favorite like grill the grids yet. It is so unbelievably funny. Lance Stroll had no idea anyone was in cars.
Well, I do find that to be like one of my random niche pieces of F1 trivia that I like to pull out and impress people with because so many people always are like, "Oh, it'd be so fun if an F1 driver was in cars." And then I get to go, "Well, actually, Lewis Hamilton, Michael Schumacher, Sebastian Vettel, and Fernando Alonso all were in cars."
Exactly. You have only a handful left. Do you want to just go through like the last couple just to see if you could get them without like the
Yes, but it's
time
going to
constraint?
drive me crazy. Which F1 drivers were teams named after?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's actually
There's a lot, and my brain is blanking, so I need to know before we continue on.
number one, Bruce McLaren.
Ah! Oh my gosh! Okay, you know what? I don't need to know
I was
anymore.
gonna say, if you want to keep going, we can. I'll send you the list. But
Yeah.
Bruce McLaren, I was kind of an obvious one there.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah, my brain just blanked out after I was wrong about Braun because like I just like immediately went to like a team that was named after a person and then
Right.
was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, that's what a lot of people, that's a spoiler alert, drivers were also like, Williams Racing. And they're like,
No,
no.
Frank
Like,
Williams never raced.
exactly.
Yeah, it's the thing about F1 is that there was that time period where there was just like so many teams that were around for like 2 seasons and they were.
Yep. It's
Oh
just
my
like,
God,
here it is. Goodbye.
I'm gonna be. Hold on. I need to sit here for like half a second and let my brain click into. Oh, there was Stewart Racing too. I can't believe I didn't pull Stewart Racing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What are the other questions though, so I don't linger on this one?
I know, because honestly, if we keep going through the had a team named after them, you're just gonna get like more mad at
More
yourself. So
upset,
I'll just let you watch the video.
The video, yeah.
Oh, Nick DeVries, they do have on the list, I believe. Yeah, perfect, good. As they should for animated characters. Okay, so then we have raced for Ferrari in 2 separate stints.
Oh, um, he didn't. Huh. Wow, that's a really good question that I
Right.
don't know the answer to because huh, what are give me some of the highlights. I can't pull.
I mean, well, Kimi Räikkönen.
Oh, that was in 2 separate stints. You're
Yeah,
right.
2 separate
Yeah, Kimmy
stints.
did
You also
too.
have Mario Andretti. I mean, like you got some good
That's
ones
hard.
here.
But
Yeah.
that's a really good question.
No, they really nailed these. You're gonna love some of these.
Yeah.
The next one is debuted in F1 with Williams, and they had to start a race.
What do you mean they had to start a race?
I get there's probably an instance of
Oh, like
drivers that maybe had like signed with Williams and then didn't because F1 is so fun and exciting that maybe they ended up not starting a race
okay.
at some point in time.
Uh,
Um,
George Russell, and I mean, technically Nick DeVries. Does he count? Because that was his debut race.
So it does appear that Nick DeVries, besides being in an animated voiceover, has like
Been wiped from the
disappeared
face of the earth.
from the. Well, what?
I
Who?
can give you some more, like, because I
Yeah.
also know that like Lance Stroll is one, and I believe Valtteri Bottas is also one.
Yes, Valtteri Bottas is one. Nico Hulkenberg is one. Nicholas
Oh.
Latifi is another one. Jensen
Nico
Button's another
Rosberg.
one. Nico Rosberg is another one. Logan
Yeah.
Sargent is currently
Oh, Doug.
debuting.
Doug.
Yep.
It's weird
Okay.
what comes to your brain when you need to like pull
I
it.
know. Well, that's why this is so fun, and it's even more exciting to see drivers being like, I have no idea." Drivers that won the championship, but not the most races that season.
Oh, that is such a good question. I believe Kimmy's championship was that way.
Kimmy is not on the list.
No. Oh, you no, Kimmy. I just always associate Kimmy's championship with the fact that with McLaren Spygate and like McLaren wasn't allowed to win. So it's always like a good guess. Was Braun's championship like Braun GP? Sorry, Jensen's championship that way? No.
You got like a handful that are pretty obvious that you can definitely just like say, and you'd be like,
Like I could just say Lewis right now, but I wouldn't be able to tell you the year. But he's won 7 of them, so like maybe one.
right, exactly. I mean, that's my sheer
Schumacher.
probability. That's why when
Yeah.
there's also like, okay, Schumacher's not on the list. Lewis
Yeah, I didn't
is
think
on.
he was,
Yeah.
but like, was Vettel one of them?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Got
Wait, you know
Rosberg,
Lewis.
Vettel, Hamilton, Alonso, Prost,
Rosberg.
PK.
Oh
You
my
actually
God.
have both Rosbergs on the list. You got
Oh
Niki
my
Lauda on the list. Emerson Fittipaldi's on the list. Graham Hill, Phil Hill. You got a lot on this one. I was
Yeah.
really shocked by this too.
Okay.
Okay, only a few left. Okay, won 3 or more consecutive F1 championships.
Vettel, Hamilton.
Yeah, and Schumacher and Fangio.
I wouldn't have
And
gotten
that's the
Fangio.
4. Right. And okay, last 2. Were teammates with Michael Schumacher.
Oh, my God, my brain just sputtered.
I know, right? It's crazy because I tried to play when I first watched, and then I struggled. So like I feel so bad now doing this. Look, my blunder on Girl the Grid Walk host will be as bad if we're recording yours first.
I'm not going to be able to tell you any of them. My brain just went, nope.
Oh, hello. Okay, Max
My excuse is that I was
Verstappen's
very
not father-in-law,
Oh, the PK?
and rhymes with Miko Mossberg. I'm
All right,
giving you.
that's the segment. Let's quiz you now.
Thank you for listening to this highlight from episode 32 of Grid Walk. Don't forget to like and subscribe for a bunch more of F1 videos. Also, you made it this far in this video. Why not go check out the rest of the podcast? You're already here. Click here, right here. It's so close to watch the full thing. Ready? Click, 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 click.